I'm traveling 3,000 miles across the country to build a $300,000 lawn care business in just 30 days. This Augusta lawn care location needs to be making $1,500 per day before I can hand it off to a general manager and go back home. I'm starting with no employees, no equipment, and no customers to prove that systems build great businesses. All right, today is day 4 of the challenge, and the game plan is that we're gonna send out the Every Door Direct Mail campaign that is gonna be postcards to 2,000 different homeowners in the Charlotte market. Also, I've got several estimates that are being sent out from Command Center today. I'm gonna do follow-up calls and make sure I close those deals.
Now we're talking, baby. Yeah, check out my truck. Yeah, that's right. Oh, look at my truck. That's a little bit rude. Max enjoys the attention. Have a great day. Okay, so this is what we were working on last night, or this morning, or whatever. It's almost 2 a.m. It's gonna be a really short night. We put out a new release on Copilot CRM, and there were some bugs. And so we're just working with the dev team on it to make sure by the time everyone wakes up tomorrow, it's working okay. Sequence automation, it's gonna be super cool. Allows a lot more flexibility, multi-day sequences of automations, and if you go to marketing emails, the thing that we really had to work on last night that was creating all sorts of bugs, and insert clip Zach here, bug being created.
Beep boop, computer sounds, beep boop 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 bop 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 bop.
But what we were working on is cutting out version 1 of Email Builder and just fully leaning into version 2, which is this one, which now also enables the ability for AI to write your emails, which is great, but version 1 was creating all sorts of issues, and yeah, wasn't good.
All right, so what I'm doing here is I got 100 of these bad boys, and that will be the bundle size that I'm gonna be putting everything else into. And instead of trying to count them all out like I just did, I'm gonna stack them and then just basically eyeball it for next, all the bundles. Saves me a lot of time, and in the perfect scenario, you should actually use a scale, like a little scale in your house, and you can literally weigh it down to the gram and just do this much more accurately, but eyeballing is what we're getting today.
Number of bundles, oh snap.
Like all good post offices, it has a 1-star rating, which is pretty much par for the course. When does it close? When does it close? When is it? 5 p.m. We have 30 minutes. Let's go. Oh, dude. Yeah, you're up. Let's go. Now I'm a landscaper, bro. All right, we are headed to the post office to drop off all of the postcards. However, Command Center set up an estimate, a timed estimate between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. It is currently 4:12. We need to go to the post office, drop off everything, and then get to Betty, I almost said her last name, Betty's house very quickly. Now, based upon the notes that Command Center gave me, she is hard of hearing and very old. So we're gonna make sure that we are very loud and we get our point across succinctly and clearly. That's the goal. Yeah. Can I give you the drop off? I don't know if I've ever honestly had an every door direct mail. Quiet.
East Woodlawn Road.
Quiet, lady. Thank you. No, go away. Unmute. Okay. I honestly don't think I've ever had a USPS interaction with every door direct mail that went smoothly. Not a single time. I can pay it here, like on my cell phone. They'll make some sort of issue with the stamp or the size or your hair color. I see what you're saying.
We need the receipt you ordered.
Got it. Okay. All right. We'll do. And one more. Or the fact that it's raining outside, and they'll make some excuse as to why they can't serve you, help you, or make your life better. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It just blows my mind. Oh, you want me to address this? Yeah, it's actually happening. So, subscribe. All right. So yesterday, Zach was looking up in the dictionary, reading the dictionary like he usually does. In between the video editing, and he looked up a word called obfuscation. Obfuscation, there you go. And as we learned yesterday in the vlog, obfuscation refers to the act of deliberately making something unclear, confusing, or harder to understand. Obfuscation. And that's exactly what this visit note is from Command Center. Let me explain. Get ready, you're gonna have to speed this up to like 2x speed.
Carol called me and said she saw Mike's ad on Craigslist. Well, Carol lives by the beach, but her mom, who is 92, lives in your area.
Hello, this is Brian at Augusta Lawn Care. I'm calling for Betty. I just got off the phone with your daughter, Carol.
You're meeting with Betty, age 92, hard of hearing. Not really loud, please.
I pulled it up on the map here to kind of get an idea of how big it was, because we have a couple different prices. It just depends on how big the yard is. The bigger your yard, the more we charge.
Someone else mows the front yard. Okay, so it's a backyard mow only, once bi-weekly. First mow will be extremely overgrown. Says she has a dog that is a biter. Yikes. I did not get an email from her. Carol said Betty might not have one. Please request email. House is a duplex. Some lives on the other side. Why not over the phone estimate? Lots of trees and unclear what areas are included. Maybe you can upsell for front and back. I think the person doing the front is just a family member, not a pro.
Thank you, Brian. I appreciate the detailed notes. That was probably a very long phone call. I'm sorry.
The dog's a biter. Good luck, Mike.
Wait a second.
Head
Wait.
northeast on Woodlark Lane,
Yeah, I
then
did.
turn left onto Randolph Road.
What in the world?
Turn left onto Randolph Road, then
Oh, for crying out loud. What's the address? Alright, we're gonna go here, and we're gonna do a full U-8, which is probably perfectly illegal. We're not gonna go into the curb. We're gonna back up slightly and not go into traffic. Alright. Time for vocal intonations! Gotta get the vocal cords ready for a very, whoa, it's overgrown. Grossy. This is like next level. They said someone was mowing the front yard. When did they mow it? Last year? Or 2, is that the right one?
It's been growing like this for a year,
Okay.
and so whatever, it depends on the price.
True. That's very important, right?
And so I'm 92, and so I get a big discount.
Oh yeah, of course. 90% off. Every
90%.
age, every year you get 1% off. Once you hit 100, it's basically free.
Exactly.
All right.
So okay, how much? Okay, 10.
Yeah. So the first visit would just be $70 because it's so high. But then after that, it'd only be $50. Okay, so she does not have an email address. And what I didn't want to do is create the estimate and then have to have Command Center or myself call her with an estimate. So I just went ahead and sold her the job on site. I knew I could do that just after building up a bit of a relationship. We don't usually do that.
Should I get my card number to somebody that I really don't know?
We don't actually store it at all. We're gonna put it on your account, and after that, we can only see the last 4 numbers, and that's it. It's all locked and secured after that. But I just knew there'd be a lot of miscommunication if we not having the email. She doesn't take text message, so it literally has to be sold over the phone with her. So I went ahead and sold the job. Tomorrow I'm gonna show up, do the initial one, and then every 2 weeks we'll come back and make sure that the backyard is just knocked down and we blow everything off. Now, because of that, I also knew it'd be hard to get her billing set up. And we require a credit card on file for recurring services. So I wanted to leave that property with credit card information. Now, it is never easy to get a credit card information from someone, especially after you're meeting them for 5 minutes. So when I'm talking to her, a couple things I did, you'll notice is, number one, I got down to her level. I actually got squatted down on the patio when she was sitting down, because I didn't want to appear above or looking down at her and making her feel threatened. I wanted her to feel at ease. And so notice how I just kind of talked her through the process of getting the credit card information. And inside Copilot, once we enter that data into Stripe and we delete it on our end, we can never actually see the full credit card information again, and it's completely secure. All right, so a couple days ago, we went and we met Gloria at her estimate. She looked like she just commented on one of, oh yeah, see the video I posted the other day? That is an ad on Facebook. She commented on it and she said, Mike came to my house, was very nice, very professional, and responded back with a quote the next day. Let's go. Just accept it next time, will ya? Oh man. What a day. Honestly, I think I just kind of came in a collision course with reality, and then it's the current strategy is not going to work. Right now I have 2 software companies, Pay for Performance and Copilot, that are requiring a lot of time because we're doing a lot of feature stuff. I'm still supposed to be the CEO of Augusta franchise in 130 locations, and there's locations that need help and are struggling and are growing fast, and I need to support them. I got 6 or 7 of my own locations that have general managers, and they're growing fast. And the gym, Anytime Fitness, they're switching out all the hardware for the doors, which is great, but that needs a project management. My real estate, last night, literally someone at the Airbnb at my tiny house wanted a full refund because they showed up and there was a cobweb on the front doorknob. And I'm like, yeah, it's next to a farm in the middle of Nowheresville. So they must have been they were actually, I think, from New York, so I guess that tells you all you need to know. Then I'm trying to sell a big piece of real estate that I own back home in Washington. There's just a lot going on, and I was thinking I had 4 hours a day that I could dedicate to growing the business here, and it's just a stretch. We're struggling by 2 and 3 o'clock in the afternoon just to start working on the business. So this weekend I just got to recalibrate and figure out what exactly I can do, hire out the rest, and just, because I can't keep operating on a few hours of sleep. It's not sustainable.